What's up and good morning, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is a huge day for the Ryno Ranch gym, which is what we're walking into right now. And I know the color gets a little bit weird when the camera switches over from the laundry room colored walls to the grays here in the gym. Now, in the last video that we made, I told you guys that we were waiting on a pretty big piece of, well, actually the biggest piece of equipment that's gonna be going in this gym. And well, much to my surprise, it is showing up early. And today is the day, obviously. That's why we're filming this whole video. So we're gonna go ahead and get the last little bit of construction supplies and tools out of here. We're gonna leave a drop cloth. That way these guys have a nice way to come in and out. We're supposed to be getting a giant winter storm that's gonna last like up to a week. And it was supposed to have started yesterday or last night. And well, as you guys can see outside, it's pretty sunny. It looks nice and beautiful out here. You can tell though that we did get some rain because, well, we've got a Ryno Ranch pond over here that has formed in this little planter section here. So obviously when we start jumping into the landscaping, we got to put some drains in because currently that is below the concrete level, but we don't ever want that to get up and then hopefully it doesn't go out this way. I'm assuming this concrete was poured properly to where it slopes away from the house, and that's why there is so much water sitting right there. But obviously, if you have enough water, you can do any type of bad damage. That's gonna get addressed here. But first things first, we're going to doctor up the gym here a little bit, get some things put away. That way, obviously, everything's out of the way when the guys show up. Installation was included with, or assembly, I should say, and installation was included with what we got coming here. So I'm a little bit interested to see. I know it's gonna be like 1,000 pieces to put together. Normally, obviously, I'd be putting it together, but hey, installation included, handle it. The piece is gonna be going right here. It's gonna eat up a pretty good amount of floor space, which I think will come out to about right there. If you remember in the pre-planning stages when we actually I think we just demoed this place, we drew out on the floor where some of the pieces of equipment were gonna go. So hopefully it works out once it gets here. We'll get all these paint supplies up, and I have a feeling I should probably leave something out. I don't wanna jinx it, but there may or may not be some hitting of walls of stuff getting moved in. Now, I'm a big fan of making separate bins for separate like tasks and supplies. I know I'm not the only one, but this would be my paint bin. And basically with this bin right here, I can handle pretty much any task, paint related, texture, drywall repair. I do have separate buckets that have all my drywall trowels in it, but this is like my go-to right here bin for any type of paint repair. We're gonna leave this drop cloth out as a walkway. Hopefully it's not in the way. Do a little vacuuming where it's gonna end up going. I think we need to get the bigger vacuum. All right, now we're talking. And yes, you can't tell, I'm a big Milwaukee vacuum fan. Now, the only downfall to Milwaukee vacuums is they don't send them with an actual brush on the suction head here. So you can see this is just like a shop vac style, just one big open cavity and no actual roller with brushes on it. Now, I get it, these are typically supposed to be job site vacuums, but I bought a brush attachment for my little vacuum that I have at the warehouse, and it made a world of a difference. So I need to get it for pretty much all of my vacuums, and I wish Milwaukee would ship them that way. Because you can see, there's little spots, like you see that little white streak right there of really, really, really fine dust that settles into the rubber flooring here. And this rubber flooring is just a tiny bit porous. They do make one that's completely sealed, but it was like double or almost triple the cost of what this flooring was, and this flooring was already super expensive. It's honestly not that bad to come in and clean. You just get a damp paper towel or damp rag. You see the light spot right there, and you can wipe up pretty much all of that little white powder. I do want to test though. Let's go grab one more vacuum. And let's see if a vacuum that actually has brushes on it will get rid of that, because you can see that big spot right there where the drop cloth was and all the dust is kind of settled from working in here. And while we're on our way over, we'll say hi to Gunner. What's up, buddy? Let's check behind door number 1. Gunner, you got that for me, buddy? What, Gunner, you going in the closet, dude? There's something you need to tell me? Or I guess you don't want to tell me if you're going back in the closet? And yeah, I think I do have an issue owning too many vacuums. But I grew up in a household where my mom would vacuum and wipe the floors 2 to 3 times a day. The house was immaculate, it was spotless. That was all while working 10+ hours a day. So, in case you ever wonder where I get it from. Haven't had to plug something in a while. Kick this booger to carpet so the brushes go. See what happens. I think we did a good job. Let's get back here in the light so you can actually see. That section is where we use the brush. That section is where we didn't. So I think the brushes are where it's at. Looks like I'll be ordering up some brush attachments for the Milwaukees here. Well, our work is done. The gym is clean. It is ready for the install. Now we just gotta wait for our 4-hour delivery window. All right, y'all. Well, I just saw the delivery truck pull up, so let's go let them in. And of course, the golf cart seat is all wet. Looks like we're taking the single cab. Okay, I take that back. I guess they had the gate code. It's rare. Most delivery companies don't read the gate code portion when you place a delivery. It's also confusing to them because the back of the house is the front of the house, but the front of the house is the back of the house. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am excited. What was that, about 2,000 pounds? Yeah.
This is the bench.
Gotcha. A ton of pieces, huh?
Yeah. That's all the weight. Little boxes right here.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So you guys just do weight equipment, deliver and setup?
We do everything.
Gotcha.
Maintenance. Maintenance.
Oh, okay.
Maintenance too. Moves.
The plan is it's gonna go up against this back wall.
Okay.
So that'll be the back, it'll face forward this way. So it kinda, we're thinking we'll line up with the edge with here.
Okay.
And then, however.
Just line it up with the edge and then so you can still have.
Yeah, there should still be room for all that. Yeah.
So this is your gym, you know?
Yeah. I want it as close as we can get, but we do have to kind of get in here a little bit just to be able to get some.
So
the breakers.
So we align it right here.
Or it's gonna be too far off the wall.
Oh.
I think if you have the frame, then we can see if there's room enough to open this even to there.
Weights, we play with the frame.
Yeah, or I just take this door off. super stoked with how this turned out. I cannot believe how like perfect the color combo is here on the kind of like the speckled gray silver-ish that they powder coated the little rungs there. They're going to catch the Smith machine, or the Smith bar I should say, that ties in with our gray here. But other than the big red bar, if we did that powder coated in that teal, this thing would match the gym perfectly. But this is the Inspire SCS Smith cage system. One of the things we're kind of limited in here is obviously our space, and there's a million machines on the market that are like the 69-in-1 workout machine and does like 500 things, and you clip this cable pulley over here and you hook this to the door over there, and then you do this and then you do that, and there's too much. You got to be careful of certain things that are like way too good to be true. It's kind of like Cheesecake Factory. Like they just mediocrely do like 10,000 things on their menu instead of doing like 20 things really well. So after many reviews and going through a bunch of different systems, this one is what I kept coming back to, the Inspire SCS. They've actually made a couple variations of this, which we'll get into in a minute here. But size-wise, this ended up being actually a little bit smaller than I had anticipated it being, which is good because we were fighting being able to access this panel right here that has all of our breakers and stuff in it. And luckily, other than these little cables here, which you can move out of the way and squeeze by, you can now fully get in there. Don't want to block your electrical panel. That's a bad day when you got to move it. I think 2,000 pounds worth of machine to get to your panel. Also got to give a huge shout out to the assembly team that came and put this together. So basically this was purchased from a supplier of Inspire, and the way that they do it is weirdly they break up delivery and assembly into two separate not transactions, but days. So basically it was supposed to get here one day, and then at that point you call them and you schedule the assembly. Well, thankfully, the company that brought it assembled it in the same day, and the guys did an amazing job. This is what they do for a living, is deliver and assemble fitness equipment. But anyway, so let's kind of get into some of what this stuff does. You know, some of you guys are interested in this, some of you not, some of you just like cool equipment. I personally like cool equipment. Obviously, the biggest feature here, and they highlight it in a bright red bar, is that this thing is a Smith machine, which I've always wanted a Smith machine at home. Hold on, let's get this booger out the way here. Also, it came with a very quality bench, like super quality. I don't really know what that does, but easy to adjust on the fly. Assuming you move, oh, there you go. All right, move that handle, and now we got a decline bench. This bench is gonna be permanently in front of the mirror as my dumbbell bench, and then we'll have this own bench over here for the SCS system, which also has a bunch of different attachments we'll get into in a minute. Again, I don't like super gimmicky 20 million attachments, but this one has just kind of like the right amount. The Smith machine here, super quality. A bunch of different exercises you can do with the Smith machine. And especially being that I'm gonna be working out in here by myself a lot, just the safety of a Smith machine for certain exercises, it's good to have. Obviously, we got our adjustable stops here, so you can pull these out and put them wherever you want. That way, should something bad happen, the Smith machine or the bar drops, it'll catch on these catches right here. The other thing I was really chasing was having a functional trainer. And the cool thing about functional trainers is they come in a bunch of different shapes and sizes. Some of them are corner units, so you can like tuck them up in a corner if you got a small home gym or whatever it may be. So that's actually what I started out looking for first. And when I found the functional trainer, which is basically a cable machine, which you can see right here behind me. Once I found one that had the built-in Smith machine, because obviously if you've ever been to a gym, you'll see that like this whole functional trainer setup here is about the normal size of a functional trainer, plus they integrated the Smith machine into it. And the cool thing is you've got pulleys in a bunch of different locations. So if you're doing back day, you've got overhead pulleys right here you can attach a bar to, do some lat pull down. If you want to do rows, you've got cables right here, so you can basically set your bench right up in front and you can do rolls. I mean, we could just really look at the graph right here, which shows you a bunch of different exercises that you can do with all of the cable stuff on here. And there are actual videos on YouTube if you guys want to get like super in depth of every single type of workout you can do on here. Now, obviously this thing is fully adjustable and one hand adjustable, super easy. Nothing goes like flying around or anything like that. And you guys know me, I'm super particular, which is no surprise if you've been watching the channel. I was lucky enough to live like 3 minutes away from a very high-end gym with really good equipment. So being that most of my workout career has been on that equipment, I've kind of been spoiled. And I knew in building a home gym, I'm not gonna sacrifice quality just to have something at my house. Like the feel of a cable machine needs to be really smooth. All the cams and the way that they do all the reduction and stuff needs to be really smooth. And on this machine, it is super smooth. Some machines you'll see like on the way up, it'll get like chattery and stuff. These boogers, love it, absolutely love it. Now, when I mentioned there's two variations of this machine, basically what changes is the way that the Smith machine portion is configured. So you can see this one actually has places where you put weight plates on. And I wanted that for a good reason. I wanted like a real feel of like kind of dead weight. I know a Smith machine kind of takes away a little bit of that, but I wanted the feel of real weights, not the other variation, which is the actual Smith bar itself ties into the cable pulley system. That's kind of an ideal option if you don't want to have any type of weight plates or you don't have any weight plates around your gym, to have it tie into the whole cable system, because then basically it's an all-in-one package. You set your weight over there, your Smith machine bar is tied into that weight. Again, not the version I wanted. I wanted the one that uses weight plates, which now means I have to get weight plates. And of course, the one time in my life I've ever actually like lived too far from a gym to where I needed a home gym is when it's the hardest and most expensive to buy any gym equipment. That, and I'm very, again, picky about what type of weight plates I want. I want urethane coated ones similar to my urethane coated dumbbells, which I spent an ungodly amount on. Like that's the commercial quality that we're going for in building this gym. So I'm still on the hunt for the right weight plates to go on here. We might just have to settle with something because I want to get in here and actually use the Smith machine portion, and yeah, can't do it without the weight plate. There's one selling feature of the one that ties into the cable pulley system, but you know cables are weird, like weight-wise, it's a different feel than like a standard bar would be. Now, let's put this bench back over here, which again, super nice quality. We'll raise it up to flat there. And I'm honestly not 100% sure of all the accessories that have come with it. This is actually a gift to me from my girl for Christmas. And I'm not sure exactly, like I said, all the accessories that were ordered with it, but I know it's got this piece right here to do leg extensions, leg curls, and all that. Now, being that we got the weight plate version for the Smith cage system, this leg press, or leg extension I should say, and leg curl, if you lay upside down on this thing and curl your legs this way, uses weight plates as well. I know they do make a version that ties into the two cables that are right there, and I believe you can actually buy the accessory to turn this one into that version. But I guess being that this is the free weight version, they decided that this was gonna be free weight as well. It's also got a preacher curl extension, which can go up on the front there. And then I believe that's just an extra little thing to clip in to hold your legs when you're doing other exercises on the cable stuff. Now, how much of the leg stuff am I gonna use? Well, you guys have seen my legs. So I don't know how deep we're gonna go on the whole leg world of this thing, but mainly what I wanted it for was some pretty super solid chest days, being able to come over to the Smith machine for some shoulder workouts, some back workouts, because you can do a lot with dumbbells. I've actually been getting some pretty decent workouts in here with just the dumbbells and my curl bar setup that I have here, which is the MX80. I don't know if I ever actually went in depth on this thing. This thing's super cool. It's the MX80. They're very hard to find. And for some reason, they just aren't popular, which I don't understand, because the thing is super quality and it's like the best build setup for easy bars or straight bars, because, well, you get both. They're adjustable, and they're not like gimmicky adjustable where you have like weird crap hanging off the side. You can't set them down or anything like that. You literally push that button, it pops up, you set it to what you want. So let's say number 4, do the same thing on this side, set it to number 4. Number 4 tells you right here, that's 35 pounds. And then all you do is you lift it up out and you are good to go. And guys, I think we may have spoke too soon about this area not flooding up on the concrete. Clearly you can see it's been raining a lot more. We didn't really have any rain this morning other than what happened last night, but you can hear right now, we've been pretty steady with the rain coming in, and it is slowly starting to creep up towards the house here. So we're gonna have to mitigate this probably today, because I think we have another like 4 or 5, maybe 6 days of pretty steady rain planned. And I can only imagine just how green everything's gonna turn with this amount of water we got coming down. Now I believe, don't quote me on this, that there are 400 pounds there on the cable weight side, so 200 and 200. And the cool thing is you have the option, they sell add-on kits, so you can see that there's a gap underneath those plates right there. You can actually fill that all the way up with more weights, and they even include more of the little numbered stickers there. That way if you do buy that kit, you're good to go. So super impressed with the quality of the Inspire system here. I will put a link in the description to this system. This is not sponsored by Inspire or anything like that, but I like to promote good stuff when I see it. Probably means now I should like really finish the gym. Put the door handle back on. I guess we could, ooh, I don't know guys, should we pull the plastic off this door? I mean, it looks like crap with the weird like dust sandwiched in between it from the factory, but I don't want to pull plastic. You guys know I hate pulling plastic. Oh, and this plastic's not easy to pull. Yeah, looks like we're gonna have to get in there and trim that with a knife. Apparently they put the plastic on the glass, then assemble the door. So the plastic's up underneath the actual MDF portion of the door here. We're gonna trim this and make it easier. I actually saw a razor blade lying around over here. If you ever hung out with contractors, you'll know we have razor blades lying everywhere. Or if you've ever hung out with somebody that parties a little too much. Nice and steady, nice and steady. Don't scratch the glass. Don't dig into the wood. All right, let's see if that did anything. It's also not a very sharp razor blade. Oh, there we go. All right, we're looking better. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the other side. Let's see how this thing actually looks clean without seeing all this paint and stuff through it. Oh, and apparently we got a distraction here. We got some wet donkeys outside. Come on, boys, get out of the rain. Oof, this stuff is messy. Look at all the little white paint crumbs or primer, whatever it is. All right, now that door looks a lot better than seeing it with all of that poking through the back. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hello, donkeys. You guys want to come check out my gym equipment? Come on. What's up, Willie? You all wet, man. You guys know we have, first of all, infinite number of covered patio here. Plus, we got a giant covered corral area up there that y'all can hang out in. Believe it or not, guys, these guys like being out in the rain. We've tried to get them to stay up underneath the overhang, but nah, these guys just wander. What's up, guys? Oh, you are wet. Oh, look at that big yawn. Hi, buddy. You want to check it out? Look what I got. I know, check that out. Yup, that's pretty cool, huh, guys? Listen, play your cards right, I'll make sure y'all get memberships to my gym. All right, well, back to what we were doing. I guess now we can grab the vacuum here again and clean up all of that crap. All right, y'all, well, I just finished a pretty decent chest and tri workout, which again, for not having like the full setup in here that's gonna be coming, we're pretty well off here, having my whole dumbbell sets, and you know, we're still just barely getting back to the 70s. Whereas in the past, the hundreds were in like our pretty regular rotation. So those are gonna stay in the back room here until we're ready for that. Speaking of back rooms, at this point I do kind of regret the fact that I didn't tear this wall down and make this whole area one big giant gym. That way I could bring in a bunch more equipment, even bigger pieces of equipment, even though what we're gonna be putting in here is gonna be pretty much all that we need. But I'm definitely not gonna tear this wall out now that I put my super expensive mirrors up or anything like that. And the original goal with this back room here, you can see we already took the fan out. I bought the lights, we just haven't put them in, but this one's gonna be getting the same amount of can lights and the same style of can lights that are in the gym out there. Obviously, it's gonna be getting a new paint job because the screen is just not our color, but we think we're gonna turn this room into the music room and probably put some recording equipment in here. Obviously, my drum set still hasn't made it out to the house yet, but the drum set will be out here. I think we already got, yeah, we got the amps, some of the guitars. But yeah, the plan for this room is to make this the music room. And to give you a little update, well, we got peacocks drinking the water over there, but the floods have receded back to the planter bed there. We are good to go. No water is coming up to the house. I think what my plan is, I'm gonna put a drain there and I'm gonna shoot it straight through the yard out the other side of the wall over there. That way none of these planters ever fill with water again. But we've got giant landscape plants for this property and it's gonna take a long time. It's gonna take a lot of work. And one of the big first steps is we're gonna have to fence off the whole house. We'll go way in depth on the landscape plan one of these days if you guys want a video on that, but we can't obviously bring in any nice plants because all the donkeys and the other animals are gonna eat it because you see, well, they come right up to the door. Now, one thing that did click into my mind that I had forgotten, being that I do need to get some weight plates here, Dedic has some bumper plates up at his house for a squat rack that he brought over here that he hasn't put together yet, so I think we're actually gonna be okay and have some temporary weight plates until mine get ordered and show up. All right, y'all, we're gonna risk it. We're going up to Dedic's to grab his weights. Donkeys are back. Hey, donkeys. It's really cold out here. This is probably the coldest I have felt it out here. We'll get the golf cart wiped off here. Okay, we're gonna call that dry enough. Let's go freeze to death. And y'all are probably saying, Ryan, you're a sissy. It can't be that cold out there, but man. Oh, we got that crosswind. But yeah, it's that cold out here. I am not a creature of the cold. I enjoy hot summer days. All right, where are these things at? Oh, all right, they're over there. Going around. Hitting the tree limbs. Woo. Let's see, we got some 45 pounders. Got all the rest of the bumper plates over here. I'm not a big bumper plate guy. I like the Olympic weights. They're smaller, but this is gonna work. Should have parked the golf cart closer.
Are you stealing my Lucky Charms?
Yeah, you look like a leprechaun, bro. Hey, buddy.
Good, how's it going?
Nice shirt.
Oh, appreciate it. Yeah, you can get one of these from workforapparel.com.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Here, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty cold out there. You have fun with that.
All right, thanks, buddy. All right, I think we've got enough weights back here to hold us over. Get back up under here, a little protection. All right, we'll get all those weights brought in. But with that, we're gonna wrap up. Woo-hoo. Normally the gym is super cold because there's no HVAC in here. There's no heating or air conditioning in the gym itself. But it feels so warm right now. Anyways, with that, we're gonna wrap up. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now. They do not miss out on any future content. I know this video is kind of short. Might not have been the most exciting video, but I wanna give you guys every update we can on every project that we're working on, including the gym that we're building here. If you would be so kind, please give this video a like, you can hit a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforapparel.com because if there's anything you want in this life, you gotta be willing to work for it. You guys are the best, I'm out.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.